Okay, hi everybody. Hi everybody. So we had a hiccup. We had a hiccup on the net. So I think right now we are okay. We are okay. We are good to start. We are good to start. Ensure that you share with your friends. Share. Share. Okay. Let's share. Okay, so feel free to react, feel free to share this video so that we get to have more people joining. We want to introduce this content so that at least by the time you get into university, you already know what is required of you in each course, at least so that you put yourself in order. We prepare you mentally. So this is the way we are going to start. So ensure that you share with your friends. Let's share in 1 minute time. We will start the presentation. Let's ensure that others join, others get to know what these courses are, so that you get ready for university. Basically you get ready for in university. We are here for you 3 years in a row, preparing students for college. That is what we do, and that is what we want to do for you guys. Okay, all right, so let's ensure that we get your friends on board. We get your friends on board so that they get to know what we have here at Genset Education Academy. Our main goal is that students get ready for university, and that is our main priority right now. We get you ready for university. Okay, so in case you've been wondering who is this guy talking, my name is Steven Lungu. I'm sure if you scroll down there, you can check who I am, and mostly for those that will join us for lessons, I'll be your math and physics tutor, and that's how we are going to do it. Okay, all right. I think for me, I am ready. Can I have some comments, some reactions? Okay. All right, so let's start with mathematics. Mathematics. So this mathematics is called introductory mathematics. It's called introductory mathematics, statistics and probability. This mathematics, the code, each course has a code. Like in high school, you used to have RE with a code, English with a code, math, you have a code. So this code is MAT 1120. Now this MAT 1120 is to be taken by students who are pursuing health related programs. You are in first year pursuing health related programs. Credit units 35.2. I'll explain later on what that means. So the main rationale of this is the course here. The course is designed to provide introductory mathematics, statistics and probability to all programs in the medical and health sciences which require knowledge of mathematics beyond that of high school mathematics. So this is beyond high school mathematics. The course serves as a foundation course in mathematics, statistics, and probability to enable students to pursue studies in applied sciences at university level. So this is university level. It's not the ADMA you used to do. So forget about the ADMA. This is a different kind of mathematics, a little bit advanced, and I would say definitely advanced than what you think you know. So it doesn't matter whether you did the ADMA, whether you did the normal mathematics. This mathematics is for everybody as long as you've got basics of arithmetics. Now, what you expect to see in this is you expect to see statistics, probability, and the normal arithmetics of equations. You are trying to find the graphings, the quadratics. They are still coming back here. So this is what you should expect. So this is mostly applied sciences, that is health, that is, we're talking about medicine, we're talking about pharmacy, biomed, environmental health, nursing. This is the math that you'll be doing at the University of Zambia. And what is the main aim of this course? The aim of this course is to enable students to develop essential mathematics skills needed in pursuing medical programs. So as you are watching, you can share. So essential mathematics skills needed in pursuing medical science programs. As a medical doctor, you need to know a bit of some math, which is going to be very, very helpful for you. Okay, now let's look at the objectives. You see, it is important that we get to know the main objectives. What are we trying to achieve as a learner? What are we trying to achieve by the end of the day? You are getting into university, and what do we expect to have by the time you finish this content? What do you expect you to have by the time you finish this content? Okay, so number one, at the end of each course, at the end of this course, students should be able to, one, describe and apply set operations, sets of numbers, relations, and functions, which means the first part of this is to help you, by the time you finish this course, you should be able to describe, apply set operations. Let me just remove this. Set operations, some functions, okay, set of numbers, relations, and functions, which means the first set is we are looking at things that are going to help you talk about, let me just highlight, we are looking at set operations. So we are going to start with sets of numbers, relations, and functions. So you'll be able to see what we're talking about. The second objective, which we're trying to do, is describe the domain and range of functions. So we're going to look at functions. You describe the domain, the range of functions, the simplify expression. These we did in high school: simplify, solve equations, and inequalities. But you must be very careful because these things are a little bit advanced. So you may think, oh, it's a normal sets I know of shading. No, this one is different. It's a normal functions I know, so make a subject of formula. They will never ask you to make subject of the formula here. Okay, it's going to be more detailed than what you expect. Then we're going to talk about the other objective. Demonstrate knowledge of limits, continuity, differentiation, and their. So now we are looking at calculus. Okay, this part is a part which we now talk about what? Calculus. So in here we are now going to look at calculus, which is this part. Limits is calculus, continuity is calculus, differentiation is calculus, and their applications in health-wise. Then after that, we are going to be able to evaluate integrals and apply them in computing area of a curve. So you'll be looking at integrals, apply them. Then from there we'll talk about vectors. This is again calculus here. Pay attention, this is calculus. Okay, this is calculus. This is calculus, so this is basically a continuation of calculus. Okay. After this, we are now going to look at perform vector operations. Now, this is going to be interesting. Vectors. You'll be able to see what we talk about. We also have videos of this, if you're interested to look at the videos on our website. Then, following that, we're now also going to we're going to describe matrices, not the matrices, you know, the 2 by 2. We're going to go further into square matrices of 3 by 3 matrices, the determinants. The normal way I've been finding the determinants, but this one, there are other methods, and use them in solving systems of linear. So we're going to be using matrices to solve simultaneous equations, which is interesting. Then we are also going to look at apply binomial expansions for positive integer exponents. So they are binomial expansions, okay, binomial expansions and exponents. So you need to know these things. You need to know them. So binomial expansions you'll be able to see. Then we're now going to make sure that students at the end of the day, they are able to find measures of central tendency and variability. Here, this is statistics. You are able to find the mean, the variance, the mode, the standard deviations, and all that. So you will be able to understand. That is what we're trying to make you understand by the time we finish this course. The other thing is that at the last of it, the last objective is what we're trying to make you as a learner to describe and apply the basics of principles of probability. It's similar to high school probability, but this one, there are so many theorems we're going to introduce. The Bayes theorem, we're going to look at the mutually exclusive events, and also we're going to look at other probability distributions. This year they had removed them, but looking at the Poisson, the binomial, there are other probability distributions. So these are the main objectives at the end of this course. So you should be able to have the objectives in mind as you study. Have it in mind to come back and look at this video next year, so that you don't get lost. I hope that is okay. If you have got questions, type them in the inbox, and please don't forget to share the video so that other your friends as well, they can learn 1 or 2 things as well, just as you are learning. Okay, so let's go down and look at the topics. Before we look at the topics, let's look at the competencies. We want you to be competent such that when you are articulating issues or attending to matters, you definitely know what you are doing. We don't want you to be stranded when it comes to numbers. So what is this that we are trying to make you have? Okay. Number 1 is, as a learner, you need to demonstrate knowledge of mathematics as science relevant to medical science, develops knowledge of fundamental language, facts, concepts, principles, laws, and methods, procedures, explains the importance of mathematical concepts as applied to medicine. So this course, this is the competence. Okay, you can I'll send this in the group, but these are the competence. Okay, applies the relevant mathematical knowledge to to understanding patient care. Okay, you will be caring for patients, so it's important that you get to know all this. Now, the details of the course content itself are here. Okay, they are here, and that is what so you'll be looking at set theory. The first topic is sets. So this is your first topic, sets, and under sets there are some things that you are going to be doing. So all these topics, you can imagine, sets talks about all these topics. Okay, all these topics they fall under sets. They all fall under sets. So until we look at SADs, all these are sets. Then when we are done with sets, your next part is now going to functions. You see all this is under functions, so which means you have a lot to cover. Then from functions, you can see functions deals with all this. From here, check, from here, you scroll down, all this is functions. So it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. It requires a lot of dedication. I hope you are getting some understanding. We don't want to rush you. You start learning things you don't really know or understand. Vectors and matrices. So this is what we'll be talked about in vectors and matrices. This is unit number 3. Then you can check all this. We'll be explaining these things in detail. Equations and inequalities, all that. Partial fractions, all this will be dealt with. Transcendental functions, which will be looking at trigonometric and exponential functions. We'll be looking at trigonometric and exponential functions. Then from there we look at the binomial, okay, expansions. So it's bulky, it's a lot to cover in a year. I mean, not even a year, in just maybe less than 7 months. It's a lot. So you really have to solve, do a lot of solving. So after we do the binomial, it comes to differential calculus, all these under calculus, integral calculus. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Then you have descriptive statistics now. After you have done integral calculus, which is descriptive statistics, all that you need to look at discrete and continuous data, all this until you do probability and some. But this one was removed this year. This one was removed, but you are expected to do all that. Now, how does Unza distribute its week? So you have got the teaching method is there is a lecture, number of hours 3 hours in a week. Number of weeks 30, total number of hours 90 hours. Tutorials, 1 tutorial in a week. But looking at what you're supposed to cover here and 2 clinics in a week, number of hours, if you want to study this, you need to spend about 5 hours, okay, as a one person in a week. A minimum of 5 hours if you really want to pass. That is what they're recommending. Now, how do they assess? What are the values of the assessments? The assessments, we're now looking at 40%. It's out of 40%, which means if you are going to have 100, okay, 100% as your total at the end of the year, 40% is going to be covered through your assessments. So how do we do the 40%? The 40% is going to be covered by assignments and quizzes. So you'll be given assignments and quizzes, you'll be given tests. The final exam is 60%. These are recommended or prescribed books. You can download them, or most of them you have to buy them. Okay, these are, but they also give notes, the prescribed books, even these ones here. Okay, so some of these we'll give them to you. All right, that is all about the math. Now, let's talk about the physics part. What is the physics part of this? Okay, so for those that are not going to be doing medicine related courses, you will not do these two. You will do these others apart from the part of statistics. Going down here, you will not do. Those that are not doing medicine, health related programs, you will not do this. Okay, you will be doing everything which is above. So yours is a bit shorter, which is a good thing. All right, now let's talk about physics. Okay, let's talk about physics. What do we do in physics? So I'll just share with you briefly in just a few minutes what physics is. So the rationale in physics is, okay, let me just say, this is physics for 1015. The course code is physics 1015. That's the course code there. Okay, physics 1015. So we don't want to stress you. The credit units is 15. Okay, we'll explain as you come what that means. So what is the main aim? This physics 1015 is for those that will be doing health related. For those that will not be doing health related, those will be doing engineering, computer science, you will have what we call physics 1010. But the content is the same, just that this one is more related to medical fields, but I'll use this one to explain everything that is required. So this course is tailored for entry-level students pursuing life science or medical sciences. Most human body functions are better understood with the knowledge of applicable physics and physical concepts. So we want to get you understand that actually here we are trying to apply this physics in health sciences. Okay, in health sciences. So what are the main objectives? Mechanics and its applications to medical sciences. Fluid mechanics and its application to medical sciences. Upon completion, you should be able to know this. Okay, mechanics and its application to medical sciences. Fluid mechanics and its application to medical sciences. Electricity, electric charges, to create a firm foundation for understanding cellular electrical physiology, and all this. So we expect you to have this. These are the main objectives at the end of the day. Those are the main objectives at the end of the day. Okay, now let me take you direct into the course content itself. So the course content requires that one, mechanics. So under mechanics, you'll be looking at linear motion, the same thing that you did in high school. Linear motion. You talk about linear motion, which you're going to talk about dimension analysis, order of magnitudes. But linear motion actually, it's we're looking at objects moving in a single dimension. Then linear momentum. You talk about Newton's laws. So this work, energy and power, basic knowledge of high school at least can get you started. Then look at medical applications, rotational motion. Then we'll look at its medical application, equilibrium, mechanical properties of matter. So you have to check through what these things are before you even start studying. Thermodynamics, waves here, and finally we are going to talk about optics, electricity and magnetism, nuclear physics, which is the last one. Then that is all. So this one, this is how they distribute. So your CA is actually 50. So in the exam you have got 50%. So you can make sure you charge. These are the recommended and prescribed books. You can download these books to get you started. Okay, otherwise that was all for today. I hope this introduction is going to help someone in few days from now, few months from now, and I wish you all the very best, and God bless you. See you. If you have got questions, you can type in this inbox. We'll be able to respond at an opportune time. Okay.